And as I said before, my name is Laura Kelland May, and I have a stable here in the Ottawa area. It's called Thistle Ridge Stables, and also have a Facebook group page called Equestrian Skill Builders. I have Equestrian Skill Builders. I'm just going to type that in the box. It's a Facebook page, Equestrian Skill Builders. That's where I post a lot of tips about horses, horse shows, horse showing and judging and equitation, that type of thing. And also there is an excellent group that we just started. Hi, Wendy. It's called Essential Equines. We're going to call that Essential Equines. And if you'd like to take part of that group, that's also a Facebook group. So I'm going to put my my web page address in here. Thistle Ridge Stables. And I encourage you all to go there. I also have another web page that we're going to talk about as well. So if you have, thank you, Wendy, for sharing that with us. You do Western Pleasure Arabians. That's really good. Thank you. That's excellent. So as we said before, the information that we're going to be going over tonight is meant for educational purposes only, not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure disease or replace any treatment from a medical professional. This information is just for your own use, and the decision to use this information is entirely up to you. So I'm going to turn my camera off here, so we're going to get the entire presentation going for you. All right. So essential oils is what we're going to be talking about tonight, and we'd like for you to discover the secrets the oils can provide and uncover the horse that you've always wanted to have. So what we're going to talk about today is how can essential oils benefit my horse? How many of you have used essential oils with your horse? Just for the show of hands. I have used essential oils. So just put in there, yeah, Melissa, you have, excellent. Donata, yes, yes. Susan says yes. Lily Jane says yes. Excellent. So a lot of you have used essential oils. Now, when you're using oils, it's really important to get to the root cause, and I included this picture here just as kind of an off-topic thing, because this is an actual picture I took from the judge's box when I was judging a horse show last summer. The footing was just like cake mix, and that was one of the jumps that the hunters had to go through. And when you tell people that you're a senior judge and you travel around the country judging horse shows, it always sounds so lovely, and you get to go to these lovely places and lovely showgrounds. And this was a lovely showground, but that day, the muck, it was just a horrible day. It rained and the footing wasn't great, but the horses jumped okay. So senior judge is not always a walk in the park. So I just wanted to put that out there for you. It was just kind of fun. So here's a short history of medicine. And some of you have probably seen this, but I got this from a book that I was reading about essential oils, and it kind of summarizes everything about essential oils and how we've come full circle. So the patient goes in to see the doctor and says, "Doctor, I have a headache." And in 2000 BC, the doctor would say, or the medicine man would say, "Here, eat this root." In 1000 BC, the doctor would say, "That root is heathen. Say this prayer." In 1850, the doctor would say, "That prayer is superstition. Drink this potion." And in 1940, the doctor would say, That potion is snake oil. Swallow this pill. In 1985, the doctor said, that pill is ineffective. Take this antibiotic. And in 2000, that antibiotic has side effects. Here, take this root. So we've come full circle from finding different ways, and we've gone back full circle to getting back to the earth, to where this all started. And also like to add on to that is, in the 21st century, it's that antibiotic is ineffective. Not only does it have side effects, but now that antibiotic is ineffective because the bacteria that are growing now, they are changing just enough so the antibiotics don't work as well. So we have to get right back to the whole basics. So tonight, what we're going to cover is talking about essential oils and the importance of the quality of essential oils and different ways you can use your oils with your horse, and top oils to have in your kit. And special offer. I'm going to have a little bit of a special offer. So that horse you see there, that's the same horse that was in the very first picture. His name is Delaire. And again, that's just going into our stable, and that's Julie. It was a beautiful summer day. It's just a nice picture to have of him. So this is what we call the wellness pyramid. And if you start at the bottom of the pyramid and work your way up to the top of the pyramid, if you follow these steps within the pyramid, you will be healthy and in good condition, in good care. And if you follow this wellness pyramid and also follow the wellness pyramid also for your horse will be healthy, and you'll be able to fight off any disease and continue to be able to support your body. So at the bottom is the foundation of the pyramid, which is eating correctly. So is your horse eating properly? Do you have a well-balanced diet for your horse? And are you getting a nutritionist in, or are you feeding the correct hay, the correct grain, the correct minerals for your horse, that type of thing? Because it doesn't matter how what you're doing at the top of the scale, if you're not providing for your horse the most fundamental thing, which is a proper balanced nutritional diet, then you're not going to get very far. So eating right, eating correctly is very important. The next thing on the scale is exercise. Are you exercising your horse regularly? And by that, I think it means you riding a couple times a week, and not riding for 2 weeks and then riding very hard on the weekends, weekend warrior syndrome. If you're exercising regularly, keeping your horse in a good state of fitness, or something that is natural to them, they have a good way on their own that they can exercise themselves, a pasture, that type of thing. And also, as Janelle said, is consistency is also very important. Yeah. Make sure that you're not leaving them in the stable all week and then on the weekend going out for quite a significant ride. Are they managed correctly? Rest and management of the body, management of stress. Do they have a regular routine? Are they always being satisfied for their water, hay, grain, or are they being worried? Are they worried? Are they under constant pressure of competition? Or do they have some time where they can relax? So that's all very important as well. So rest and management stress. And then the next thing on that, the red one, is reducing toxic load. So are you managing their toxic load? It could be that organic feed or non-petroleum-based things, but let's get it down to a little bit more to the horse level of no pesticides on the fields or surrounding, that type of thing, or your fences, are they painted with creosote or some other type of preservatives. Those are the types of things you have to make sure that, without, if your horses, if you want them to be healthy, that you are offering them a good base for which they can be healthy with. If your horse is healthy and then you paint the fences with creosote, the creosote, that's going to have some effects on them. Then you see a little dotted line there. So below the dotted line is the lifestyle. So this slide is mostly directed towards people, but we can also gear it towards our horses. So the lifestyle and how we keep them. And then above the line is the health care and informed self-care and proactive medical care. So if you get the first 4 steps correctly, then you will probably be an informed person and be able to take care of yourself in an informed way. And if you are informed about the different ways you can take care of yourself, that leads to the proactive medical care. So are you being proactive with your care or the care of your horse, right? So we just want to make sure that that is what we're working towards. Now, if you have any questions on that, feel free to put them in the chat box here, because I'd love to get some more questions going about that. So modern medicine, we spend a lot of money on modern medicine, and for me, my thinking is it's mostly to manage symptoms. I call it the microwave society. We have a headache. So if you have a headache, you take a pill to get rid of that headache. So a few years ago, let's say 50, 100 years ago, if you had a headache, you would probably think it was from being out in the sun too much, or squinting, or something you ate, or maybe you drank too much. So you kind of reflect on why you got that headache and then took steps so that you would not get a headache again. But these days, if you have a headache, we are programmed and conditioned to take a pill to get rid of the headache, rather than taking a step back and saying, well, maybe I shouldn't have drank those sodas, or maybe I shouldn't have eaten so much chocolate, or maybe I should take better care of myself, then maybe I wouldn't have this headache. But we have what I call a microwave society. We don't even have enough time in our lives to cook popcorn on the stovetop. We have to get microwave popcorn and have it ready for 2 minutes in the microwave. So we are expecting things to be gone immediately. So I think that modern medicine is designed to manage symptoms. And nature's medicine comes from nature. The nature produces it, and it is designed to meet our body's needs and help support our body so that it can heal itself and promote itself and support itself, so it can fight off any bacteria or viruses that come its way. So you have a choice here. You can do the modern medicine, which is made up in the lab, or you can do nature's medicine. What's your choice? So tonight we are going to be talking about essential oils, and every conference or talk or demonstration or seminar I've been to always talks about essential oils and where they come from and what they are. So we're going to just touch on all this a little bit so that you can understand and everybody understands. And if you've heard it all before, this little bit is not going to, it's going to be a good review for you. I'm just going to take a little drink here of my tea. So, essential oils. Now, essential oils can be part of your wellness pyramid, and you will see how I'm hoping to show you how they can fit into making your lifestyle a little bit more healthy. The whole idea that as far as essential oils goes is to help you empower yourself and give you some ideas of how to have a more empowered self-care. Now, how does that look in the wellness? So informed self-care. That's where I'm hoping that we will get going here. And that informed self, that's the purple line there. Informed self-care and proactive medical care. That's where essential oils will come into the wellness pyramid, into this section. If you become more aware of essential oils and what they can do for you, then you will be more informed and be able to take better care of yourself and better care of your horse. So, and again, I want to stress that I'm not a doctor or medical specialist at all, and I don't diagnose or treat any medical conditions. I just am interested in essential oils and think that people should be able to take care of themselves, and essential oils is one way that they can do that. So it's just a choice that you can make, and it just helps yourself take care of yourself and empower yourself so that you can take care of yourself. So essential oils they're made from natural products. They are easy to use. You know, you can offer them to your horse, and horses can inhale them directly from the bottle or from your hand, or you can apply them directly on the horse, or they can lick the oils off your hands. You can make your own home remedies, and these can lead remedies and prevention. Actually, last night here at our house here, I had a class, and we made some deodorant using essential oils. So I've made deodorant, I've made some skin salve, made lip balm, made things for the horses, salve for the horses, things for the horses, use the essential oils to help with the metabolic. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use. Excellent for horses in training who have issues of concentration or anxiety or can't deal with things. The different oils are very good for that. We're going to touch on some of those as well. In each one of those, you can get right in depth, and they can be their own webinar on their own. And you know what? We can use them too. So essential oils is, what are essential oils made from? Anybody know? Essential oils are the volatile liquids made from the roots, seeds, bark, flowers, stems, fruit of plants. And you can see here the photograph on the left is a picture of a peppermint leaf. And you know, when you take that peppermint leaf and you crush it in your fingers, it smells so nice. Well, on the right hand side here is a enlarged photo of the oil pockets on a peppermint leaf. And when you crush the peppermint leaf, you break open those oil pockets so that the oil can escape and becomes aromatic. So that's how the oils escape. So, you know, what happens to your horse if a wild horse, well, not your horse, but if a wild horse gets hurt and injured? So if a horse is in the wild that gets hurt and injured, there's nobody there to help it. So sometimes what horses do, or what they do, and it sounds really kind of odd, but they have an instinct within them to choose what they need to eat to help them out. So that's an important thing to remember for when we talk about things a little bit later on as well. Let's see, here we go. So when you get essential oils are not made the same. There are essential oils, and then there are fragrance oils. And even from the essential oils, if you purchase them from the grocery store or health food store, make sure you check the label, because it may not be the oil that you want. For example, there are several different, if you're looking for lemon, there's several different types of lemon oil. There's citrus lemon, citrus aurantium, citrus sinensis, and they're all citrus lemon, but they come from different varieties of lemons, so they give a different, slightly different oil. So make sure you know which oil that you want. So there are different grades of essential oils, and you can see here that the synthetic oils make up the most of the oils that you find on the oil market. So that gray portion is the synthetic portion of the oils. And synthetic fragrances, synthetic oils are manufactured in a lab by taking a essential oil from a plant and breaking it down into its chemical constituents. So it's on a molecular level. Then they take the chemical compositions that make the fragrance that they want, and they build it back up in the lab so it has the same smell, but maybe not necessarily the same therapeutic value. So when you're smelling the dish soap or hair shampoo, it may be smelling like what it says, but there's no therapeutic value in it. For example, the biggest uses for peppermint is for menthol cigarettes, and they don't use real peppermint in the making of the menthol part of the cigarette. So they also use synthetic fragrances in candles, some shampoos, conditioner, dish soap, that type of thing. So then the next portion, the green portion, is the food grade oils, and these generally regarded as safe, and they're used on things like lemon pie filling, cinnamon for gum, ginger cookies, that type of thing. Then there's the therapeutic grade oils, and these are the purest grade of oil. When you go and purchase your oil at the health food store or from your supplier, make sure it says therapeutic grade oil on the bottle. And then there's the thin edge, the thinnest wedge, which is certified pure therapeutic grade, and that's the kind of oils that I use. The certified pure therapeutic grade is a designation made by the doTERRA Essential Oil Company to ensure that they get the highest quality oil. So it's certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil. This means the company, doTERRA company, has tested it. The plants come from their natural habitat, not from a farm somewhere. They are organic, they're verified pure, they're free of fillers, free of pesticides, and free of foreign contaminants. Some essential oils are, a certain portion of them are essential oils, which is great, but then they add in different components that smell like it. For example, lavender, you can get a hybrid of lavender, and they have different mixtures that kind of mimic what lavender smells like. So you have to make sure that it's certified pure therapeutic grade. So essential oils. How do essential oils work? Now this is Memphis. That's Memphis's muzzle. And that's one of my favorite pictures. It's taking a drink there. So essential oils are very small on a molecular level, and they are so small they get absorbed very quickly into your skin. And essential oils because they're oil-based, they are lipid soluble, which means that they can be absorbed easily by fat. So, and essential oils can pass through the cell membrane, which is very important. Very important. There we go. Very important when you see the essential oils. You can see the essential oils here going through the cell membrane into the cell. The bacteria is on the outer part of the cell, the virus is on the inner part of the cell, and when your doctor says you have a virus, your antibiotic won't help you because you have a virus, and the antibiotic cannot enter the cell. But an essential oil can enter the cell. So when you have a virus, the essential oils will go into that cell and able to make the place where the virus is living a very inhospitable place for the virus to live, and also go in and attack the virus cell, whereas antibiotics won't. So I'm going to play this video here. This is one of my favorite videos, and it's about doTERRA essential oils and how they are able to fight bacteria. I'm just hoping that this is going to work, so I'm hoping that you can all see it. Maybe it's not going to work. No. How about this one? Shucks. You know what? I hate that when that happens. Is it not going to work? Try this one. Dang. How do we get that to work? Microphone. All right. Does anybody know how to make this work? All right. Well, I encourage you all to go to YouTube and type in doTERRA and bacteria, and you'll get that video. It's a very good video. Anyway, it's a 2-minute video, and it explains exactly how bacteria works. How essential oils work. So we're on slide 18 right now. So I'm just going to turn my page here. So how do you use essential oils? So there's 3 basic ways to use essential oils. Oh, thank you so much. What happens if I press on that? Oh, it takes me. Yeah, that's it. That's the correct one. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you, Lily. That's awesome. I encourage everybody to click on that. Maybe not right now, but after we're over, it's or if you want to take 2 minutes right now on continuing on to go and watch that video. It is a very good video on very simple to explain how actually the bacteria works. The essential oils, how they go into the cell and can kill the bacteria. All right, so how to use essential oils. There's 3 main ways to use essential oils: physically, aromatically, and internally. So physically, it's very simple. Topically, you can use it in a massage to help relax the horse, or you make a salve to put on the horse to help heal any wounds, or if they have stone bruising, so you apply it topically to the horse. Aromatically, the smelling of it or diffusing it, and also you can use it internally by either allowing the horse to lick it off or by putting it in capsules into their grain. Now, Lily and Janelle, did you have some success with putting it in the grain? I haven't tried that yet. So maybe you could just type in there what you used for putting it in internally to getting the horse eating it. I haven't tried them yet, so I can't really. I've had the horses lick the oils off my hands, but that's about it. So Melissa uses veggie caps. Now, Melissa, what do you put in the veggie caps? Because I know if I put peppermint, for sure they lick off my hands. Wild orange, they definitely lick off my hands. And I use Balance. They love the Balance. And allergy balm. So that's lavender, lemon, and peppermint. Yeah, awesome. Very good. Excellent. So, you know, so that's I use digestion right in the feed. Excellent. That's a good idea. So does that help prevent any colic things from going on there? Is that what happens with that? So when you use essential oils with horses have the innate ability, the instinct to choose which oils is best for them. And when we as humans use essential oils, we usually just say, yeah, I have a sore knee. I'm going to put some lavender on my knee because my knee is sore, so I'm just going to rub it in there. But horses, they just know what it is that they need, and they will be drawn towards whatever oils that you seem to have. And if you give them the choice, they will pick the ones that they instinctively need. And we have to recognize that horses in a natural environment, if they're in the wild and in a natural environment, they would have picked the herbs that they need or the grasses that they need. And so this is kind of an extension of that. We have to allow them to tell us which one they want. But remember, in spite of their size, horses are sensitive, and so you have to be careful with the application and how much to use. And you would just about be the same as if you were doing a human. So don't overdo it just because you think because they're bigger you have to give them more. So you don't do that. And if the horse is pregnant, I would not recommend using them if you have a pregnant mare. Janelle says, I allow horses to lick peppermint and we skip all the sugar. Yes, that's good. So how can essential oils benefit my horse? So insect repellent's a big one. When I go to horse shows and judge at horse shows, I take my own insect repellent, which is usually just something simple like lemongrass, peppermint, and lavender, because I love it, and I just spray it around me, every half hour or so. And I know that I don't have to worry about all the chemicals that are in the stuff that I'm spraying around. Use it with wound care. I've done that. It's very good. Help with anxiety, help provide relief from nerves, maintenance, wounds, thrush, body wash, parasites, general support, and strengthening the bond. Every time you use essential oils on your horse, you strengthen the bond between you and your horse, and that's also very important. No more DEET. Exactly. So when you're offering essential oils, don't just go march in the stall and say to your horse, you're going to have this oil and I'm going to put it on you. Just kind of take your time and wait it out and see what's going on, and kind of ask the horse permission if it's okay if they want to have these oils. And hold the bottle safely. Don't hold the bottom of the bottle because the horse can grab it from you. And push the bottle so the top of the bottle is well inside your hand so they can't grab it. And watch your horse. Watch to see how how they are reacting to it. So, horses used to be wild, and as horses have become more domesticated, we have slowly streamlined and made everything so efficient, and we've reduced the ability of the horse to search out and pick out the plants that it needs. If it were in the wild, as we kind of said before, they would go out and pick out the herbs and have the innate ability to pick up the things they want, but we give them managed fields of superior grass, tested hay, balanced rations, minerals and supplements and salt. So we've all but taken that ability of them to innately search out what it is they need. So when we offer them essential oils, it's up to us to allow them to pick which ones they want. So, yeah, Janelle says they do get grabby if they like the oils. Yes. So horses would, in the natural environment, pick up the herbs they need. So we have, as horse owners, have to allow them to tell us which oils that they would like. That all makes sense? So that's me with a bowl. I offered him peppermint, and he stood there for about 3 minutes or so, and then he decided he didn't want it anymore. So I got the heck out of there. Anybody been on a horse that does that? Shying. Excuse me. So horses shy for a lot of reasons, and essential oils can help with that. Shying could be a central nervous system. They're worried about something. They're anxious about something. They're not grounded. So essential oils can help you with that. What makes you anxious? Does public speaking make you anxious? Does the dark make you anxious? Arriving at a party, that's my worst one, is arriving at a party. I hate doing that. Arriving at the party and everybody's late. Arriving at the party late and then having to go into a room full of people. I don't like that at all. Elevators, spiders, mice. Horses are prey animals, and their anxiety is their number one way to save themselves and save their life. So if they are able to run away, they will be safe. I'm just going to take a drink of water here. So Janelle says, my horse thinks a plastic bag rolling around is scaring. Yeah, well, I think my horses would think a plastic bag is full of treats for them and would probably go and try to find it. But what my horse is afraid of is the cat skulking around in the grass, the big, scary mountain lion of a cat. But horses, their innate ability is to notice what's different on the horizon, because if there's something different, their life depends on them finding out that it's going to attack them and running away. So that is why horses are anxious. So anxiety, if you have a horse that has over-the-top anxiety, is one of the oils you can use is lavender. Lavender is my go-to oil for anxiety. Lavender has known to help relax go directly to the central nervous system and relax it. If you have trouble sleeping at night, use lavender on the bottom of your big toe, because that's a reflexology point for your brain and it helps it relax. Vetiver is also very good as well. Thanks, Lily Jane, for that. That vetiver is good. Grounding blend is also very good. I use something called Balance, which is the grounding blend, and apply it to the withers and just in front of the tail. Janelle uses bergamot we use for butterflies in her stomach. Excellent. And Melissa says Serenity. Yeah, that's the calming blend is Serenity. So we've all hit that. The number one ingredient in the calming blend is lavender. Frankincense and chamomile are also very good. The grounding blend, so if your horse suffers, it depends on the type of anxiety that your horse is showing. Is it just a lack of concentration? If your horse is really worried and concerned about, is shying and concerned and not being able to focus, that's a little bit different than shying from something else. So lavender would be good to calm the nervous system, whereas a grounding blend, or what you say, Lily Jane says vetiver, and Janelle bergamot. Those are two different things happening there. Vetiver is good for calming, direct calming. Bergamot is more the anxiety side of things. So it's just slightly different things. So you have to do some analysis of what it is and why your horse is doing it. Is it because they're afraid or because they can't concentrate? So it's slightly different, if that makes sense to you. So when you use lavender, make sure I'm going to type it in here for Lavandula angustifolia. Lavandula angustifolia. Lavandula angustifolia. Because make sure the bottle says Lavandula angustifolia, because there are cheaper and harsher blends and also hybrids of lavender. It's one of the most popular fragrances, and it's one of the most ones that, because it's so popular, people use it in a way and they cut it and they dilute it with cheaper blends or harsher blends, and also something called lavandin, which is a copycat. It's not a true lavender, but it's a copycat lavender. And then there's a lavender 40-20, which is a fake lavender. It's not 100% lavender. So you have to make sure that it's not a synthetic blend, that it's true Lavandula angustifolia, because there's copycat blends out there that won't do the same job that lavender does. So the grounding blend is a blend of oils including spruce, rosewood, frankincense, and blue tansy, and it just goes, when you use tree oils like spruce and rosewood, when you use and frankincense, those big tree oils, they have the grounding effect that gets your feet grounded, and so horses, if you're using it with horses, they can concentrate better. The calming blend, the Serenity, has oils known for calming and the sense of well-being, and that's the one, Melissa, that's the one you're talking about. Serenity is lavender, sweet marjoram, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, sandalwood, and vanilla. It's a calming. It takes the edge off. And then bergamot is another one that you said, Janelle mentioned, for butterflies. It just kind of gets you a little bit calmer to reduce the butterflies in your stomach. And then one of my favorites is a concentration blend called In Tune. It's a focus blend that has amarest, patchouli, frankincense, lime, and ylang ylang, which helps the concentration. All right, we're going to move on here. Wound care. Janelle gave a very good webinar. Janelle and Lily Jane, they gave a webinar on essential oils, had some really good pictures of some wounds that they had been putting some essential oils on. And the Melaleuca is one of the #1 things you can use for wound care, because it does have the girth rub, that's right. Melaleuca has very good antibiotic properties to help support the horse's body to fight off any bacteria that's coming its way. Yeah, using it on mud fever, and there's Susan, mud fever, depending on what it's from. My horses get mud fever regularly, and it's from the mycotoxin on the clover, and that is very good treated with Melaleuca. But you have to know what it's from. So there's usually from a fungus or something in the ground. But Melaleuca can help a lot of things. Actually, last night we had a woman here. Lemongrass works well on the mud fever as well. Last night we had, I think I told you we were making some homemade deodorant here. And we're sharing the Melaleuca, because when you make deodorant, you put Melaleuca in the deodorant so that it kills the bacteria that cause your body odor when you sweat. So you put Melaleuca in. And the one woman smelled it and says, "Oh, that reminds me of something from when I was an esthetician." And I said, "Tea tree oil." She said, "Yeah, tea tree oil. We used to put tea tree oil on people's feet when she did the foot pedicures, because when people would have toe fungus, so she would use it on people's feet for toe fungus. So if it's good enough to use on people's feet for toe fungus, it's great for horses as well." So love that recipe. What recipe you're talking about, Susan? The deodorant recipe or the recipe Lily Jane has for the mud fever? Now I'm just going to continue on here. You'd love to have, yes, send me an email. My email is thistleridge@hotmail.com. thistleridge@hotmail.com. You can send me an email saying you want the deodorant recipe. Or join the Essential Equines group on Facebook, and we can share some recipes there. Essential Equines group on Facebook. All right, so lavender is excellent to help calm and soothe and regenerate skin. Helichrysum is expensive, but if you have a sharp cut, like a cut with a knife or a tear, the helichrysum will knit the skin back together. Roses, and also a very good one. Frankincense and chamomile. Lily Jane, you are awesome. Thank you so much for putting that there. I encourage everybody to go to the facebook.com groups, Essential Equines group, and join, or request to join anyway. Maintenance, body wash after riding. Sometimes I put the water right on the bucket of, put the oil right in the bucket of water, and sometimes it just kind of floats on the top. So what I did as an alternative to that is get an old fly spray bottle and put the oils and water in the fly spray bottle and just spray it on. So rather than putting it in a bucket. So I'd use a spray bottle. So you notice that some of these have asterisks beside them, and that's because eucalyptus and peppermint are, if you are competing, they will test positive on the drug testing. There's something that happens. Yep. Lemongrass is excellent for tendons, and lavender is excellent for tendons. Wash the horse with lemongrass water. Yes, I agree totally. Lemongrass is excellent for tendons. So if you're interested, that's I'm not sure if that's a clickable link for you, but that is the FEI, the Federation Equestrian International, where you can see what the testing procedures are for drug testing. And also the other one is wintergreen, which is also another big no-no. So peppermint, eucalyptus, wintergreen. You have to be careful about those. Excellent. Lavender too. So here's a picture that of my horse's nose. Her name is Kaylee, and I was away for 4 days at the beginning of July, and while I was away, the girl who was taking care of the horses, they were out 100% of the time, and she got a sunburn on her nose, and the girls took care of her by putting zinc oxide on her nose mixed with polysporin. So that's after 4 days. And you can see how sore it looks, and it's raw and it's red. So this, I made a mixture of essential oils with some other goodies in it, and that's after 2 days. That's when I came home, I took a picture. That's after 2 days of putting my own cream on that I made. I'm going to go back. You can see how sore it looks. That's after 2 days. So there's the befores on the left, and that's after 2 days on the right. You can see it's already starting to heal. And then that's after 4 days. 4 days on the left of applying, this is for wound care. It was a mixture, Susan. I'm just going to show you where it is. And I called it my Velvet Muzzle Skin Salve. Velvet Muzzle Skin Salve. I melted all these things together. Coconut oil, a little bit of beeswax, lavender, helichrysum, frankincense, sandalwood, and 3 drops of vitamin E. And I melted it all together and put it in a deodorant container and just rubbed her muzzle with it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. And 4 days, it was 100%. 4 days, it was absolutely amazing. So I call that my Velvet Muzzle Skin Salve. So you can write those down. Coconut oil, natural beeswax, lavender, helichrysum, frankincense, sandalwood, and vitamin E. Okay, you want that. I'll go back to it, Laura. I'm going back. HTTP, it's the FEI. FEI. So http://prohibited substances database. Prohibited substance database .feicleansport.org. Prohibited substances database feicleansport.org. I wonder if I could copy that. No. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Laura, for asking that question. And we're going to move on here because I'm not quite sure how much time we have left. 10 o'clock. So if it ends abruptly, it's because we ran out of time. So Hoof Care, Melaleuca, again, that's great for thrush. Melissa, excellent. And peppermint, also mixing those together will also be good. And again, there's an asterisk beside peppermint so that because it does test. Now, Laura, are you a FEI competitor? So, because that's what would test, or you go to competitions where they do test. Okay. So what is our, so I thought previous, so Melaleuca, so when you're looking after hoof care, one of the biggest things we are concerned with are stone bruises, at least us, where we are riding right here, we hack out a lot on the gravel road. We get some stone bruises. When that happens, soaking horse's foot in Epsom salts is the best way to relieve a stone bruise, or if you get a abscess in the hoof. If you put 10 drops of Melaleuca in the half a cup of Epsom salts and soak your horse's foot, you will be getting along faster with your soaking program, because Melaleuca will help kill the bacteria and help prevent fungus as well. So putting a couple drops in the Melaleuca in your Epsom salts will help to prevent bacteria and abscesses if you get a stone bruise. I wanted to touch a little bit about arthritis. Arthritis, the painful inflammation and stiffness of the joints. I know I suffer from it. I take lots of supplements, so I don't have it as bad as what I do. 60% of all equine lameness is due to arthritis. So very, very important that we get a good grip on that, and a good handle on that, making sure our horses are comfortable. Don't want to lose our horse to arthritis. I'm just going to take a little drink here. Things we can do for arthritis: protect the horse from injury, good exercise program, make sure they're fit, get a balanced foot, have a good farrier that understands a balanced hoof, conformation is clean, and providing balanced diet. Top oils for arthritis. Anti-inflammatory. An anti-inflammatory oil such as peppermint, lavender. I don't see frankincense on there, but I would use frankincense, juniper berry, cedarwood, black pepper, ginger, rosemary, sandalwood. So peppermint, lavender are the big ones. I would also add frankincense to that mix. Does anybody else have any oils for arthritis that they've been using? What I find is peppermint and lavender, if you only have a couple of oils that you need to have, peppermint and lavender are the other ones. Yes, frankincense. I agree with you, Lily Jane. Frankincense is one of the other big ones that we should have. Juniper and black pepper are kind of heating type oils. Black pepper gets right to the base, right into the joints, and heats things up, so that kind of relaxes and eases the pain, gets the joint a little bit less stiff. Same with ginger. So here's an example recipe for arthritis. Aloe vera gel. Aloe vera gel itself is a great anti-inflammatory. Lavender, black pepper, and peppermint. So putting those in the gel and then using the gel as a massage to help. So that's a good recipe to keep on hand. Aloe vera gel is great. Aloe vera gel is, you can also put it in fractionated coconut oil, but fractionated coconut oil really attracts dirt and dust. Excuse me. Aloe vera gel is a little bit less attractive to dust, let's say, or dirt. Aloe vera gel, lavender, peppermint, and black pepper. You can use essential oils for internal parasites. The Massage Blend Deep Blue, Frankincense, Protective Blend, Cinnamon and Cloves, Digestive Blend, Digestin, and Balance. You can use those essential oils for internal parasites. Rubbing it on the belly of the horse or just in front of their stifle on the area where the hair is kind of whirls around a little bit in front of their rib, just below their ribs and in front of their stifle. There's good skin area there where you can apply it, and it can go into where it needs to go into the horse's digestive tract. Also, if you can get it into their mouth, that's another good way of doing it. Has anybody done internal parasites? Purchasing dewormer always gives me the heebie-jeebies. Particularly when I read the label. And parasites are the leading cause of colic in horses. So they can cause major problems with the horse, including colic. So deworming is very important. So some of the worms that we're trying to get rid of here are the pinworms, tapeworms, strongyles, and ascarids. So those by using these different oils, we can help reduce the internal parasites in our horse. And also, if you're not convinced that it'll work, it will certainly help to reduce the amount or the times that you can use that you use the over-the-counter worming medications. So this is another, you can do a whole entire hour on internal parasites. So we're just touching on these things tonight. So, and if you would like to have another webinar on something, in my opinion, 2 to 3 drops digestin in feed once daily. So you mean as far as internal parasites go? Is that, yes, I would think that's enough. So I would do that once daily for 5 days and then leave it. And then again in another month and a half. And before you start, I would get a sample, take it to the vet, do a worm count on it, then do your internal parasite deworming with what you do, and then after do it again. Yeah, 5 days. So what I have used is the protective blend on guard. I've used the On Guard protective blend on their side for 5 days, but I didn't get them checked. So, yeah, 5 drops on the left side. 5 drops on the left side for 5 days. Some people have had success by using raw garlic and also rosemary and fennel. So it's we don't really need to have. Oh no, my computer's going down. I don't believe it. There we go. We're back. Thought my computer just going to turn off there for a minute. You know what it does that sometimes. So we're getting down to the end here. Flies and fly spray, this is another one. I've been trying to get a fly spray that works. I find that it works for maybe 20 minutes and I have to reapply again. And some days it works, some days it doesn't work. Some days the flies don't like it, some days it doesn't make a dent in the flies. Some days the green flies are, so it's just kind of hit and miss with me with the fly spray. I did get a new recipe for fly spray, which includes witch hazel and vinegar and different oils. And here's one recipe: lavender, peppermint, the repellent blend, Terra Shield, and water. Shake and spray. 20 drops lavender, 20 drops peppermint, 20 drops repellent blend in a 4-ounce bottle of water. Shake and spray. The best part of this is there's no chemicals, there's no preservatives, and it smells great. And have comfort knowing you're doing no harm to your horse or to yourself. And flies. And again, if you have a great recipe, great recipes are good. Some people have used Purify or the lemon blend in their fly spray, and that seems to help. But then the next month, it doesn't go. So this looks like a mosquito type of recipe. Cedarwood is good, and also rosemary seems to get things going away as well. Tail shoes for midges. Yeah. Top oils for your stable: lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus, frankincense, geranium, lemongrass, melaleuca, rose, helichrysum, and chamomile. And did I miss anything? Does anybody have any questions? Because I think we've come to an end. Now, if you go to the essentialequines.thistleridgestables.com, thistleridgestables.com. If you go there, there is a page I just put up there called Webinar Download, and it's ebook for the webinar attendees. That's for you tonight. If you go click on that, you will be able to get the download for that. I'm not sure if it's protected. If it is, if you need a password, the password would be Essential Equines. But if not, I got that up there as for a free download for you. I am going to be putting it up on Amazon soon, so it's great that you can do that. If you have any questions, it's just got a few little information. Oh yes, so Janelle, okay, so the password is Essential Equines. Put that in there and make sure it works for me. So Janelle also has a Facebook group called Horses Love Essential Oils, and I encourage you to do that, and I'm hoping that Janelle and I will be able to get together and do some of these together. Okay, perfect. So thanks, Lily Jane. That's great. Yes, Janelle, we're going to be working on this together in the future, and I want to thank you so much for coming here tonight. And if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email. My name's Laura Kellen May, and from Thistle Ridge Stables, and I do have a special essentialequines.thistleridgestables.com.